Guys, to the second tutorial of our chat application series. And in the last one we had created the layouts, and yeah, we had like integrated our project with Firebase. So now let's get right at it, like working with our first of all register activity, because we want to be able to register the account first. It starts from there. So we have taken, there are three edit taxes in our register activity: uh, username, password, and email. So I would just name it et username, et password, et email. We have the button, which is register button, and yeah, here we are. So, and meanwhile we'll go in start activity, and there are two buttons on start activity, which is button for login and button for register activity. So what we'll do is we'll cast the view. Do write these little slashy notes because they really help you to remember what is going on in the app. Fine. Oh, I have to come here a little bit. Yes. Find view by ID, login button, and register button. Yes, I'll just check if I have casted the right buttons, because there are so many buttons I might forget the IDs. Login button, no, this is register button, and this is login button. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back to our start activity. Yeah, perfect. And now redirecting to respective activities. Login, dot set on click listener. So I'll just start an activity here, new intent, start activity dot this. It should take us to login activity dot class, and just copy paste it. Yeah, we'll copy paste it and register, and here we'll do register activity. Perfect. So now here we are. Once we are in the register activity, we need the toolbar, because yes, toolbar register activity, and set action bar toolbar. Set support action bar is toolbar. And get action bar true, because we want it to has that button that help us. If we click on the back button, it should take us to the start activity. So I would go there later, but let's just keep on working on this. And what we'll do here is we will cast our views, username, find view by ID, username, register username, and next up is et email, find view by ID, register email, et password, find view by ID, register password. Okay, now we will do the casting of buttons. So buttons we have got is only one, register button, find view by ID, register button, register account button. Yeah, because we are making an account. And here we can set the title also of action bar, because it's a register activity, so we want to set the title of it. Okay, here we are done with this, and I'll run my app. Meanwhile, we'll keep on working on this. And yeah, so this is great. We will go on to our login activity also, just doing it like simultaneously. And here we have also gotten the edit text is et user et email. We are logging in by email and password, and the button is login button. And yeah, we are needing the toolbar also, because the toolbar should say login. Yeah, okay, our app is running, and now I will go on register. Okay, so it's crashing for some reason. Let's check why. Good that I ran the app to test. Let's check again. Oh, it has the same name, that is why, I think. So what I would do is just that I would wait, I would try to okay, this is our old app, I think, but I'm not sure which one to delete. Anyways, I'll delete both, so you know, like, we don't get confused. And I'll change the app name also, because that's not what we want. It's like when I was copying the files, I had named the file the app is like not showing my chat app, but it's showing the old name of my app, my chat app, because of in the strings it came with the res folder. And also an activity start, I can just change it. Yeah, perfect. Let's try to rerun it and see if we get any error. Yeah, here is fine. Maybe something is wrong in manifest. We'll find out soon. That's the login activity, but we haven't worked on the toolbar yet, so that is why there is no button here. And yeah, I think something is wrong with this one. That is why it's crashing. So attempt to invoke. Yeah, in the register activity, when we want to work with the going back button, which is in action bar, we have to set on the manifest also that where should it take us. It should take us to start activity. We'll check again, but the error was also here. So yeah, what is this error? Okay, start it again. Let's try now. Okay, some kind of error. We'll get to it. Let's see our logcat method on a null object reference. Let's keep on working on our login activity also. Meanwhile, these errors are being fixed. So we'll take the same and login activity, toolbar, login, and parent activity of login activity is start activity. Okay, this is seriously. Attempt to invoke a null object reference. Yeah, here it should say get support action bar. I'll change it here also. And here we will also map our of login activity. We'll cast our views, email, login, email, let's just look. Okay, here first is okay, it's still crashing. Is it crashing on the login button? Okay, both of them are crashing. So let's just map the button first. We'll see what did I name here to our edit text. Log email and log password. Log email, log password, 80 password, and the button is login button. Find view by ID, login account. Okay, well, let's get right to our issue. What is happening? support action bar, get support action bar. Be very careful of these parameters. Sometimes they look same, but same but different. I've heard that in an Indian movie. So yeah, we'll see what happens now. Okay, yeah, so here is that button. Here, register. Yeah, we need to change the text of the login so it changes. Yeah, here, like, so this is working perfectly fine now, no issues. Now what we will do is we will go to our register activity and start working the real deal, the real work. Okay, so now what we do here is we take Firebase authentication, name it as member class auth, and register button, set on click listener. Okay, that's great. Now we have to check if our fields are empty, then it should not register anything, okay? Because that would be a bug if there is nothing written and still it is registering. Okay, so what we'll do here is we will work, yeah, we'll take some variables here, string, message, no, sorry, username, email, and password. So what I'll do here is email, et email, get text. I'm getting the text from the edit text and storing it in that variable. Password, et password, get text. So what we are doing here is we are just storing the text from the edit texts in a string variable. Now we can do this. If text utils is empty, email, or text utils password, or text utils let's just do it one by one. I think that would be more beautiful. I want to make it like robust, not just a knockoff code, so we can do this. I'll just copy paste it. Else if text utils username, else if text utils is empty, password. What is wrong with this one now? Okay. Well, what is happening? It's still giving an error. So if the email edit text field is empty, we can set an error. Required. Similarly for username, et username required, and similarly for password required. And also else if password length is password length if password length is less than 6, then it should give us an error. The password set error. Length must be, you can set toast if you like, must be 6 or more. Okay, if all goes well, now else we'll create our helper method. Register user will pass username, password, and email. If these conditions are like user is fulfilling these conditions, then we'll just go and create a helper method. Now here what will happen is, first of all, we'll come here and initialize an instance of Firebase authentication. Great. Now we'll just jump, let's just make it a little more, and yeah, mauth create user with email and password. So we will pass we want the user to log in with email and password. Add on complete listener, and here we will start working. So if this task is successful, we want these values, our username and password and email, to be added to the database, so later we can access it. And this should only happen if user is not null. So we'll take Firebase user mauth.get current user. If user is not null, then save these values, hash string object hash map, new hash map. Now hash map put username, here username, hash map, put email, and here it should give us the ID of the user who is registering. So to get the ID, we'll just get UID or get user ID, and here what we'll do here is we will take one database reference, name it reference, and in somewhere on create you can just firebase database call dot get instance dot get reference users, or let's just do it here in the middle of this method. Dot child, each user should be sorted with its ID. So what we'll do here is we are creating a child, okay, and here reference dot set value hash map, and when this is done we'll add another on complete listener, okay, and if this task is successful, then if user's registration is successful, then it should take us to our start activity, so we can click on login and move from there. Register activity, this start activity dot class add flags intent flag activity clear task and intent activity flag activity new task. Okay, yeah, works. So now it's easier to see. I think we are pretty much done here, and let's try to run this code. Yes. So meanwhile it's running, I will also open the console. If it's successful, then it should show us here the information that we have entered, and I will also open the authentication tab here so you can see if the user is registered. If the user is registered successfully, then you will also see here the user email and information. So yeah, so now there are no users and there is nothing in the database also. So we'll go here, register, and I'll first click on register. So it's asking it's required. I can write sam s@gmail.com, and here what I'll do is 1 2 3 4, just 4. Length must be 6 or more, so 5 6. So it is giving me some error here. Let's check. Okay, I think yeah, it's registered successfully. Yeah, no errors. Yeah, you see here we have gotten the account that I have registered, and here it has created child, a node and child. This is my ID. This is my ID again, because I want to sort all the users by a unique ID, and this is the name and the email. Let's try to create another account. We'll go on register. We can name this John and j@gmail.com, and we can set the password 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click register. Just wait. Yeah, it has added here a new child with that ID, and here we can see our information is stored in the database as it is. So if you want to add some more keys and their values, you can do it here. That we will also look into later in the tutorial. So here you will, if you will refresh in your authentications, so we have gotten another user. So that's it for this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe.